Will Miles be able to clear Kitsune and White Cat's debt with Harlem's new wannabe gang lord? And what lays beyond for our spider hero? Well, let's hop into the pages of Miles Morales' Spider-Man issue number 39 and find out what happens next together, shall we? So then, picking up directly from where the last issue left off, Miles, alongside Misty Knight, Black Cat, and new friends Kitsune and White Cat raid the base of operations belonging to Black Obsidian, who, as we learn in this issue, his real name is Carl, which is just kind of hilarious to me. Now, even though this guy was never a threat to Miles on his best day, we learn in this issue that perhaps Obsidian's true superpower is his ability to appear utterly pathetic 1 second, and then get himself in a little cheap shot. This is exactly what he does to poor Misty Knight, sending her back only to be caught by one of Kitsune's foxes. It's after that this guy pretty much knows just how badly he's messed up and how royally screwed he is, because he throws wave after wave of his own henchmen at the heroes, while he just kind of turn tails and run. Yeah, this is not a particularly serious finale to this story. For my money, the real comedy side of this encounter really ends up getting hit home as Miles and his brand new friend, astride their giant fox made of pure light, run this guy down before taking him out with a double kick. And yeah, with that, the day is saved, and nice and early too. Kitsune and White Cat will be free of Black Obsidian's debt, and Miles and the other heroes certainly hope after this big fun superhero team up, the two young superpowered individuals will use their skills for good and not just more thievery. You know, with great power comes great responsibility and all that good stuff, though Black Cat says she wouldn't hold it against them if they did just want to do thieving's fun. Hell, before Cat and Fox take their leave, Mo even decides to hit on Miles a little bit that gets him all flustered. He's sure to remind everyone that he has a girlfriend and they're very happy together, even though, you know, we haven't exactly seen Starling in a little bit. Miles and Felicia even get a little moment to themselves as well before the meeting breaks up. Felicia apologizes for being a villain to him so early in his career, what with the whole blackmail plot. But not only does Miles begrudgingly forgive the super thief, but his heart is actually warmed when Felicia says that apparently Peter talks about him all the time and how proud he is of him as a hero. Now that right there really does feel like the ending of the story, but believe it or not, we're not done yet, as we have a lot of old business to finish up, mainly while Spider-Man was so busy fighting the good fight here. He actually missed his last therapy session with Dr. Kwan. Not to worry though, Miles calls to apologize, and we see that Dr. Kwan is actually already about to start her next session with a brand new patient, and oh, it's a familiar face. It's the return of Raneem, everybody, aka the Rabble, Miles' new arch nemesis. And whether you knew it or not, maybe like one of the best new Spider-Man villains in a decade. We learned that Raneem was actually forced by Luke Cage to take court-ordered therapy sessions. She is naturally rather resistant to the whole thing at first, but because Dr. Kwan is really damn good at her job, the Rabble starts to open up and bare her soul. She talks about how she only started down the road of villainy when she was denied access to the Vision Academy, something her parents, who had worked so hard ever since coming over from Jordan, desperately wanted for her. She even uses the word Habibi in describing her parents, which is of course an Arabic term of endearment. It means my love, and I don't think I've ever actually seen it written in a comic before now. Before, Raneem was angry at Miles, at the world, she was lashing out, but now she's lost everything. Her parents, her freedom. It seems like all she has left to call her own is shame and the horrible gnawing feeling that if her parents were still around, they wouldn't even recognize the woman she's become. Dr. Kwan says that while it might not look like it, this is actually progress. The Rabble feels bad for her former sins, which proves that she's not a total psychopath and that maybe there is a way forward, a chance for her to redeem herself. And I mean, hey, Cody Ziegler sure does love the anime-inspired storytelling techniques, and is there anything more anime than a villain redemption arc? Now, we're still not done yet, as the end of this story actually ends up connecting to the big finale from Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion. Basically, Miles has returned from the new Ultimate Universe, and things are kind of different now. Not only does he now have full memories of what happened to him in his original life back on the OG Ultimate Universe, but in a fun bit of time dilation, he was only gone here 5 minutes, when in reality, him and little sister Billy were actually gone for 3 full months, meaning that Billy is now walking and talking like she never has before. Oh, but believe it or not, that's not the biggest development from the Ultimate Universe, because as the comic comes to a close, Miles asks Misty Knight what the hell is he going to do with all of these origin boxes he brought back with him, and as the title at the end of this issue informs us, we'll get an answer to that question some sometime in 2026. And so that was Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 39, everybody. A pretty good finale to a pretty good story arc that maybe, just maybe, lasted an issue longer than it should have. By which, of course, I mean this issue feels like two half-issues stapled together. I feel like we already hit the character high points in the last issue when it came to Miles and his new friends, Kitsune and White Cat. Beating Black Obsidian was never really going to be a challenge, and I appreciate that they do kind of treat it like one big joke here in this story. It just kind of means that the second half of the issue ends up being a lot of housekeeping. Good housekeeping, don't get me wrong. I was really surprised to see the Rabble back and to have the implication that she might actually be thinking about turning over a new leaf. That stuff is really solid. Likewise, the idea that Miles is going to be continuing the storyline with the origin boxes that he brought back with him from the new Ultimate Universe. Well, definitely not my favorite finale that I've read so far in this series. It is still pretty good for what it was, which is why I would give it a positive 7 out of 10.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again, thanking you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out my Amazon link down in the description. Yes, that's right, the Cape Joel channel officially has its own Amazon storefront now. You can pick up a comic or anything else for that matter, and if you did, you'd really be helping me in the channel. So with that out of the way, everyone, I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.